Welcome back to ShadowMeTarot. We have another new deck. Yay! Okay, let's see what we got. I think I'm running out of decks to buy. At this point, I'm going to have to start going to Kickstarter and, I don't know, like, I'm going to have to just really get out there and try and find, like, new places to get decks. I do feel like I'm running out of the mass market ones. Okay, so we have Knowledge Cards, Animal Spirits, and this is paintings by Seddon Boulet. And Pomegranate Communications, Inc. in Portland, Oregon, pomegranate.com is where this is published. And says, to the ancients, all things in nature had sacred or spiritual meanings. The world was inhabited by the higher beings who took the form of fantastical creatures that were part animal, part human, and exceedingly powerful. These beings are the spirit guides who lead the departed to the next life, heal the sick, and restore balance and harmony to a troubled world. The tribal healers knew the animal spirits well. They journeyed beyond the threshold of ordinary reality to invoke the power of these great beings. The 48 paintings by Seddon Boulet reproduced in this deck resonate with the ethereal energy and speak in the language of the soul. Each image is accompanied by a brief description of the animal's power and symbolism in various cultures. I'll just hold that there, so if you guys want to read it, you can. You can also kind of maybe scan the whatever that number thing is, the UPC thingy. All right, let's open her up. Let's open her up. Oops. Come on, come on. All right, first critique. I don't like the box. This is a cheap box. It's going to rip. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep these cards in this box and utilize the cards on a regular basis. So, look at that wolf. That is an incredible wolf. Beautiful. All right, what does it say about wolf? Okay, the cardstock is, you know what? I don't hate it. It's okay. It's just okay. Okay, so wolf. Symbolism, creation, healing, purification. Although portrayed as a marauding villain in many European cultures, wolves are deities in Native American cultures. Native American cosmologies and are a popular totem. Like the raven, which also appears in this painting, the wolf is a hero and creator. In some legends, she is the trickster, sibling of the coyote, the Kileute, and the Maka of the Pacific Northwest ascribe healing power to the wolf and perform a wolf dance in the skin of the animal to cure the sick. In the early Roman cult of Lupa or Feronia, the great she-wolf, also known as the mother of wolves, was the divine midwife and matriarch of the ancestral spirits. She was honored in an annual festival of the she-wolf and was invoked in purification rituals. In the Roman legend of Romulus and Remus, a wolf nurses the two heroes and restores their strength. So I'm going to say right off the bat with this deck, I'm going to love this because as I see these things pop up in the world around me, I'm going to use them as symbols from spirit. And I'm going to know that a wolf means creation, healing, purification. And the artwork on these are just, that is gorgeous. That's incredible. It almost looks like watercolor or pencil or both. I don't know. But that is an incredible image to be painted. All right, let's see what we have here. We have, actually, I probably should pull these away just so they're not a distraction. This one is the horse. Well, duh. I'm like, it looks like a dragon. I don't know what my problem is. I'm like, this looks like a seashell. What is this thing? Okay. Actually, it could be a number of things. We'll move on from there, though. All right, so horse. A horse symbolism is friendship, wisdom, strength. The horse is a kind, intelligent beast that has frequently been associated with propitious events. In the Chinese zodiac, horse people are friendly, adventurous, and passionate. In Greek mythology, the winged horse Pegasus was the source of inspiration and poetry. Horses have also been associated with sexuality or fertility. I thought this looked like a vagina. I'm not even kidding. That looks kind of whatever. Anyways, I'll flip it over so you guys can see it again. In the Hindu Ramayana, the king Dasaratha asks the god to grant him a son, and to please them, sets a magnificent horse free for 1 year. Upon the horse's return, Dasaratha receives word that he will have 4 sons, all of whom become the incarnation of the god Vishnu, the preserver of life on earth. The horse in the painting titled Age of the Avatar recalls the magnificent horse of Ramayana. The Hindu word avatara, descent to earth, refers to Vishnu's ability to assume an earthly form. Okay, I'm good with just friendship, wisdom, and strength. But look, here's our pretty horse, and there's the vagina between 2 faces. Even though it's supposed to be a conch shell, because there's like conch shell stuff like right there. But anyways, maybe a conch shell looks like a VJ. All right, let's go to the next one. This is clearly a monkey. Yay, I know my animals. Okay, so we've got monkey. And he says, or he represents agility, courage, spirit. The monkey is an ancient deity worshipped by the Middle Eastern peoples. In the Hindu Ramayana, a monkey hero named Hanuman helps rescue Sita, the god Vishnu's queen, who had been abducted by a demon. Hanuman was made invincible by Brahma, the grandfather and creator, and possesses the skill and agility to leap across the heavens. He leads a monkey army against the demon and rescues Sita, for which he is granted everlasting life. This painting of a monkey recalls the power of Hanuman and his dominion over the heavens. Okay, so that is my last historical reading for these cards. We're just going to stick with the symbolism of a monkey because this is too long, and it will eventually add to the divination for the cards for me, but not today. So this is the monkey. And I do agree. I think the artwork on here is gorgeous. And now we have a tiger. That is a beautiful tiger. And the tiger represents primal power, creation, sexuality, and perception. And then we have, I'm going to say this is a swan. I think it's a swan. Swan. Yeah, that's beautiful. And the swan symbolizes transformation, loss of innocence, and beauty. And this looks like a seagull or some sort of crustacean. I'm going to guess seagull. Gull. It's a gull, not just a seagull, it's a gull, which is symbolism of water, creation, and emotions. Interesting. This is a polar bear. And the polar bear represents power, wisdom, and peace. Oopsies. He is cool. And it looks like we've got an owl. Owl spirit. And the owl is sexual energy, darkness, liberation. I would think it would go with like wisdom too. But here it says the owl is a nocturnal bird strongly associated with the moon and feminine energy. Lilith, a goddess of the Talmud and early Christian Gnosticism, is frequently represented as an owl. I didn't know Lilith was an owl. She was Adam's first wife and is known for having refused to assume a subordinate role in the marriage. Heck yeah. women's rights. Although she has traditionally been associated with dark sexual energy, she is a powerful and liberating feminine symbol. Okay. Well, I'll probably still think of them as wisdom, but I may think of them more now as Lilith with the darkness and the liberation and the feminine energy. Divine feminine. Cool. Oh, we got a Black Panther. Black Panther. Oh, my bad. That is not a Black Panther. That is a Jaguar. I don't know the difference other than I think the Jaguar has spots. Like gray spots. Like it's gray with black spots. Gosh, these are gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. I almost feel like there's too much light in here. Like, how does that change it? Because it feels like it's so much more vibrant. I don't know. I'm gonna say that I don't think the vibrancy of the colors is really coming across on camera as well as I'd like it to. But I do find that these cards are very much more vibrant than what we're kind of seeing in the images here. So that is the Jaguar, and the symbolism is wholeness, divinity, and rebirth. And what is this one? It looks like another kind of bird. A raven. That's a raven. That's a raven. Maybe the back one. But the front one. All right. Symbolism is creation, magic, and illumination. All right. So that's the raven. All right. Now, and, okay. Yep. And then we have the alligator or the crocodile. Oh, it's the crocodile. And the symbolism is opportunity, risk, fertility, and life. Opportunity, risk, fertility, and life. And this is the loyal dog. I like these faces that are in these pictures. Dog, devotion, protection, service. And this is just birds. It's just birds. And birds just represent soul, divinity, liberation, creativity, and rebirth. And this is a crow. I thought it looked like a crow, but it has a white back. What's up with that? It's a vitiligo bird. I think that's the name of it. Where the skin pigment changes. This bird, his feathers changed colors. All right. Renewal, transformation, magic, abundance is the symbolism for the crow. So renewal, transformation, magic, and abundance. And this looks like a moth, which is like my spirit animal. It says insect though. Feminine power, spirituality, renewal. Oh, dolphins. I'm gonna like soulmate, true love. Dolphin, life, feminine energy, and sexuality. Ooh, a lion. Courage, strength, healing, protection, life, energy. This is a fox, looks like coyote. It is a coyote, which means transformation, creation, cunning, and good fortune. Then we have it's a cat, a puma with an owl. And this one is power, desire, and healing. Oh, I'm a puma, 100%. I'm a puma. And we have a deer or an elk. I want to say that's more deer than elk. Oh, I'm wrong altogether. It is a caribou, which represents the cycle of life, rebirth, and abundance. All right, so this card makes no sense. Okay, this makes no sense. The flipping on it is weirded. It's weirded. Weirded. Okay, so now we have the Scarab is what that looks like. And the Scarab symbolism is regeneration. And then we have a pelican and an owl and a whole bunch of birds. And it's the pelican, which is the main focus. So this pelican means wisdom, focus, self-sacrifice, nurture. And this is a Capricorn. Doesn't that look like the Capricorn goat? Oh, there's another Capricorn. Capricorn or Aries, one of them. All right, so this is a bull. I guess, I don't know, is a male goat called a bull? Are there other animals besides a cow that are called a bull? You guys will have to tell me in the comments. Okay, so the bull symbolism is renewal, fertility, and growth. For that. And then we have another Capricorn or Aries, and it is the goat this time, so we're going to go with Capricorn. And the symbolism is caprice, mischief, sexuality, and fertility. And that would be our goat. And then we have the wise old woman. The wise woman. But this is animal spirit, so I wonder what is in this. Does she have scales? Looks kind of like she has scales. Let's see. Snake! Oh, I got it. I feel good about me. That does not look like a snake head. That looks like a wand or a rattle of some sort, but perhaps it is a snake head. And the symbolism is transformation, healing, sexuality, and rebirth. They should have just called this deck the Transformation Sexuality deck. I mean, those two seem to be on almost every card. Just say it. Just say it. Animal spirits of transformation and sexuality. All right, what do we have here? I want to say this looks like, oh, this is an eagle of some sort. Grabbing a ball, and it says power, creation, illumination, exploration, and it is an eagle. So this artist definitely liked animals. This looks like another, I want to say, like, I wanted to call it a Black Panther, but they called it a jaguar before. But I'm like, this is a black one with the spots again. Would it be cougar, jaguar? What is it going to be? A panther. So same kind of cat. All right, cool. So this is a panther, a black panther. And the symbolism is magic, darkness, and death. And then we have, I bet that's a discus. It's a fish. Just a fish. Okay. Symbolism, feminine energy, fertility, abundance. And then we have the spider. Must be spider. Spider. Protection, aid, wisdom. Interesting. And she looks like a wolf pack, but we've got a deer and an eagle in there. We've already got the wolf, so I wonder what this will be. Animal deities. Nice. Symbolism, divinity, guidance, wisdom. I like the artwork. I definitely like the artwork. I think it's a great way to kind of pay homage to an artist this way. But I do feel I thought I would connect with this deck more than I feel like I am. So I may, but I'm also not, I don't connect as well with animal decks as I do with other decks. So I might need to give this a little bit of a chance. This is a bear. And in this case, it is not a bear, it is a totem. We've got like a fox in the care of a bear, which is in the care of the moon and the sun inside of a flower crowned with ravens or crows or some sort of black bird. And somehow it all looks like it's being swallowed up into something. And totem means guardianship. Ooh, seahorse. Symbolism, strength, guidance, transformation, feminine energy. A lot of feminine energy in this deck, too. Alright, so I want to say these are leopards. Leopards? Oh, leopards. Leopards are phenomenal hunters known for their stealth and ability to stalk prey. They are stealthy, strength, and purity. Parrot. Let's see. The parrot is love, prophecy, verbosity, and meditation. Cool. Dove is sexuality, peace, divine inspiration. So sexuality, peace, and divine inspiration. Okay, there's the... That almost looks like a duck. It's supposed to be a dove. I'm sure it is a dove. I hope it's a dove. It kind of looks duck-like. Bunny, rabbits. Rabbit, power, abundance, heroism, seasons, cycle of life. Then we have the crane. I believe this is a crane. Oh, a heron. My bad. Life, feminine energy, and renewal, like every card. And we have another sort of hawk or eagle, and it is a hawk. Healing, vision, rebirth, spirituality. And this is some other bird. I want to call it a phoenix, but it's peacock. Is that a peacock? Oh yeah, duh, peacock feathers. All right, I was confused by the face, the people face in the bird. All right, so the peacock, symbolism, vision, wisdom, beauty, guardianship. And then we have the frog. And the frog is feminine energy, creation, fecundity. And then we have some sort of a deer, or antelope, deer. Instinctual energy, independence, regeneration. And then we move on to the kingfisher. And his symbolism is peace, abundance, and love. Then we have, I think, what is a fox? And the fox means cunning, sexuality, and creativity. And then we have a butterfly. And the butterfly means transformation, joy, lightness, rebirth. And then we get, I hope the cards haven't been way down there this whole time. I'm really sorry if they have been. I feel really bad if they have been. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this must be a cat. Cat. Independence, magic, and abundance. And we have another, this is a ram. Sacrifice, growth, divine life. And I don't know what that is. I'm like, it kind of looks like a horse with like a Renaissance horse or something, or a boar. It's a cow. Sure, that's a cow. Okay, cow. Cow means fertility, purity, and divinity. And then the last one here looks like a bear that is covered in, let's see, there's a bird up there, like a parrot. There's birds throughout this. I want to say parrots throughout this bear. All right. And the bear means healing, divinity, and invulnerability. Let me know what you think about this deck. I'm really not sure because I guess I was expecting something different, but I don't feel like this is an oracle deck so much as it is a history on the symbolism of the animal. And because he chose animals, which he was trying to work into pictures, I feel like he chose animals that had too many of the similar meanings. So I'm on the fence on keeping this one. I was really excited for it. I think the artwork is pretty amazing. The artwork is incredible. So yeah. I'm going backwards through these because I feel bad, like I may have missed them, like you haven't been seeing them. But if you did like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate you watching. Thumbs up in the comments, hearts in the comments, all help the channel grow, so I appreciate those as well. And yeah, let me know what you think about this deck, and let me know if there's a deck that you'd like to see. We're getting close to the end here, so you can kind of see these. It's kind of good to know the mythology and stuff behind stuff. You never know what your brain will attach to, and then Spirit just uses whatever your brain is attached to give you messages. But I don't know that the pictures match well enough for me to keep this deck. But we shall see. There was another card deck that I did I wasn't going to keep, which was the Conscious Spirit, and then I used it, and I was like, oh no, I'm keeping this. Because sometimes you just have to. The cardstock is just so-so. It'll easily bend. So I just say it's so-so. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day.